Here we are today working with the G-858 gradiometer AP. First thing, we're going to open up the case. We've got 3 snaps on the front and 2 on either side. Go ahead and pull these up. Now that we've got it open, we've got these 2 straps that we're going to unclip that are holding the unit in place. So we just unclip those, pull them aside. Next, we've got the console. We need to lift this out carefully and set it aside. Next is the backpack. I'm going to lift this out. And there's a top handle that you want to lift from. And one last piece is this baggie with the staff assembly pieces. So now that we've got everything out of the case, we're going to throw these clips back in, close it on up, and set this aside. All right, and this is the smaller case of the 2. We've got 2 sensors and 2 weights inside. So to open it up, we've got 2 snaps on the front. And lift open the case. And once again, we've got these 2 black straps holding it in. We're going to go ahead and unclip those, lift the sensor bag out, and now the weights. We're going to unscrew the twist locks. There's one. And there's the other weight. And that's everything out of this case. Now we can go ahead and put this back away, close this, snap those, and we're all done with that case. All right, now we've got the staff pieces out of the bags and the 2 weights. We've got the smaller weight for use when you're doing a single sensor, and the larger weight for use with gradiometer. Now, with this larger weight, right out of the packing, you've got the screw on this side of the weight. You want to unscrew it, flip the weight over, and screw it into this side. All right, now the weight's ready to use. Next, we've got the 2 bags. We're going to go ahead and zip these up, or open these up. This one's got the staff sections and a spare battery. This one's carrying the 2 sensors. So we're going to start by pulling out all the pieces for the staff assembly. All right, now we can set these bags aside. And to assemble the staff, you want to start off with the weight at one end. And you want to get the piece of the staff that has nothing on it. You're going to screw these in together, slot it in, and screw it down to tighten it. Next, we're going to go ahead and take the piece that has the squishy foam grip on it, slot this one into the next, screw that in. Next piece has these 4 wire clips on it. We're going to slot that one in the end. And then the next piece we have rubber banded up to hold the straps in place. You can go ahead and pull the rubber bands off, but keep the rubber bands because you're going to need them later. And we just slot that into the end of there. And screw that down tight. Final piece on the end of the staff is going to be this T-block. You just want to do the same thing, slot the end in. And screw it on down. Final 2 pieces are the 2 sensors. Now we're going to set this on the table. Oh, yeah, okay. You're going to want to strap this on as well. And the strap has a little clip on it. Clips right into the hole on the large weight. Just clips on like that. We're going to set this down. Now we've got the 2 sensors to put on. We've got this little Velcro strap. You just want to undo it. Keep the Velcro strap because you'll want it afterwards. And the sensor, either one can go on top or bottom. It doesn't make a difference, just so long as you pay attention to which cable is attached to which when you plug them into the console later. We're going to go ahead and stick these And these both just slot into the T-block. All right, from here, just take both cables, unwind them a little bit so you can get at some of the cable. These wire clips, simply pull them straight off, and then take both wires, stick them through the clip, and then stick the clip back onto the staff. This will hold them out of the way of any debris or trees or something. All right, and then onto the sensors. These can be put into any different orientation you need. You simply unscrew this further back clip, and then you can rotate the sensor to the necessary orientation. Because of where we are on the Earth, the sensors need to be in a vertical alignment, so we're going to go ahead and leave them the way they are. And that's the staff. All right, now that we've assembled the staff assembly, we're going to move on to the backpack. Here's the front of it. We're going to turn it around so we can, well, see what's going on. Okay, first we've got two pouches. This is the pouch for your antenna, and this is the pouch for your battery. So first things first, we're going to take this little white strap holder, turn it around 180 degrees, slot it back on in the same place, screw it down. Then that extra staff that we had from assembling, well, the staff slots right in there for your GPS antenna. Slot it in, screw it down. We're going to open up. This is just Velcro. Just got to pull it out, and then the antenna is actually Velcroed in, so you have to break the Velcro seal and then pull it out. Slot it on top, screw it in. I'm going to close up the bag. And then the GPS antenna has a keyed socket. You just have to line up the key with down on here on the white box, and it turns about 90 degrees after you've got it lined up to lock it in. And you will feel it lock into place. Once again, the battery, open this up, just pull out the cable and Velcro it back down. And the battery has the same kind of keyed pin to go in to the white box, and that plugs in just under the GPS on-off sign. Now that we're this far, we're going to go ahead and pull out the Velcro separator from the back here. We're going to lean this forward so you can see what we're doing. There's a little strap right here. I'm going to go ahead and pull on that. That's going to open up a pouch. Inside you'll find the Velcro separator. To do, you just want to take this, slide it on in between the backpack and the straps to break the Velcro. And now that we've got it in there, we're ready to put it on Kevin. All right, now we have the backpack ready to set it on Kevin. So I'm just going to lift it up by the handle on top and underneath the battery pack. He's going to slide into those shoulder straps. And once again, we've still got the Velcro separator in there. So he's going to set it on himself, get comfortable. And then I'm going to slide this up and down just to get the center of gravity set so it's not going to be pulling him over or tipping him forward. Feel pretty good? Okay. Now I'm going to reach in and pull out the Velcro separator and give it a little press just to make sure the Velcro seals. And then slot this back into its pouch. And now finally we're going to get these green straps. Make sure you're pulling on the green ones when you're setting the backpack. And get that up on his shoulders. Okay, and that's comfortable. Then we're going to go ahead and strap the console onto him. So he's got two sets of straps in front of him. One, the green ones are to hold the backpack on, and these black ones are to hold the console. So the console has slots in it where you're going to slide it onto the belt. Okay, and then these clips go up to the black straps up here, and you can adjust these and get it just in the right place. And the last piece to go on him is the staff assembly. So you mind, okay? So this is where it takes two people really. So I'm going to pick up the entire assembly and slot it into the white strap holder. If you could be so kind as to hold that while I move around you. And it slots in, you put one side in first, push it in as far as it'll go, then kind of pull it in. And then once it's in there, you want to get the balance just right. So most of the weight of it is actually held up here. Feel good? And then once he's comfortable, we're going to go ahead and screw this in tight. And that will hold the strap in place. Final pieces are to connect the sensors and the battery pack to the console. You have to make sure the top one, this is sensor 1, plugs into the front of the two connectors. So we're going to trace this wire back. That's this one. And once again, it's another keyed socket. Line that up properly. And lock it in place. Second sensor. Do the same thing, the keyed assembly, or attach. Slide it on. And it clips into place. The last piece to clip on is the battery pack. You've got the cable coming around from the white box, and it just plugs into the back of the two. Once again, it's a keyed socket. And this one screws on and locks into place. He's ready to go survey. All right, now that we're done surveying, we can take apart the backpack. And we're going to start off by disconnecting the GPS antenna and the battery. We're going to unscrew both of those. Okay, got those loose. Now we're going to unscrew the antenna itself, loosen that and slide it off. And we're going to do the same thing with the staff piece. Loosen it and slide it off. Now we're going to set that staff piece aside and put the antenna back in its pouch. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And when you're coiling up the wire, be sure to make it a relatively tight coil so that it fits properly back in the pouch. Okay, we're going to close up the Velcro. And then for the battery pack, we're going to loosen up the Velcro and coil the cable back inside on top of the battery and seal that back up. And the last piece is to take off the strap holder, loosen this up, pull it off 180 degrees, slide it back on, and tighten that down. All right, now we're going to put away the staff pieces in their canvas bag. So we're going to put them in such that the black twist lock is away from the battery pack. We just slot them in, each one. And just set the last two in that open space. Close the top and zip it up. All right, now we're going to put away the sensors in their canvas bag. Take the sensor, slot the staff end in to the little slot, set it down so the sensor's on the padded extra piece. Set the cable in gently. Put the cover over that sensor, and then set the other sensor in the opposite direction. Close the top and zip it up. Okay, now we're going to pack the weights in their case. We're going to start with the larger weight. So you have to slot it into the metal loop, slide it down, then rotate it, and slide it back up such that the screw lock slots in, and screw the lock down. Then we're going to go with the smaller weight. Make sure you've got it loose. We're going to slot it in. And then screw lock in and screw it down. Then we're going to slot the sensors in, right in between the weights, and clip the straps, pull it tight, we can close up the case. Okay, now we're going to pack up the staff's backpack and console back in your carrying case. You want to start with the staff bag. Make sure you've got the battery end off to your right. Make sure that's snug up against the wall. Then we're going to take the battery pack, hold it by the handle and underneath, and slot that in right next to the staff case. Make sure that sits in there pretty snug. Last piece is the console. I'm going to take this, flip it over, and set it right on top. It's partly on the backpack and partly on the staff case. Make sure all these straps are in. Make sure you offset these from each other, otherwise the case will not close. Last thing, we want to take these straps, put it over the console, hold it in place, clip the straps, pull it tight. Make sure all the straps are inside and close it up. Make sure nothing is caught anywhere in the lid. And then we're going to snap these 3 snaps in the front and 2 on each side. There you go.
Pricing and contact information can be found on our website at www.geometrics.com or simply call us at 408-954-0522.